Hey, good afternoon, everybody. How you doing here? Welcome to Chicago. Look at this fire escapes. I often see people taking pictures here. This is right Fullerton. Yeah, this is the Mies van der Rohe building, 2400 Lakeview. That's some of the nice co-op buildings there. Yeah, we got Happy Friday. We got December the 12th, 2025. We got about 25, maybe 26, 27 degrees, maybe 30. Maybe we'll get up to 30, or it's in the low 30s today. Look at this Art Deco. But this is the last. It's going to cool down over the weekend. We might get more snow there. And look at the patricians here. Isn't it amazing that all these buildings were built 1929, right before the crash? And not this one. This one was built in 1964. So this is like a mid-century modern Mies van der Rohe. Those were built in the 20s. This used to be a hotel, and that's generally where Ebenezer Peck had his mansion, where Abraham Lincoln created his cabinet slate after the 1860 election. And this is probably the closest that Abraham Lincoln got to Lincoln Park. So hey, let me turn on the comments here. Hey, Chris the scanner guy, how you doing there? Sabrina Suburban Garden, XRT fan, Prince, Heather B, yeah, T-Lime Tea Time. Yeah, the Mies van der Rohe building. You ever seen What Women Want? Yeah, they use this. Mel Gibson lived in that movie, and of course there's a scene with Marissa Tomei. She bangs against the glass there in the movie. He comes out and he runs across the street. He hears all the voices of the women. That's what happens in the movie What Women Want. He gets struck by lightning or something, and he could hear what women's thoughts are, and then he uses it to his advantage. Then he feels guilty about it, and he supposedly starts understanding women better and has empathy for them. So, but it's Mel Gibson, so. Hey, here's yeah, welcome to Lincoln Park here. Lincoln Park, established 1860. That's a nice building there, that French Renaissance revival, the patricians. Yeah, these mid-century moderns are nice too. See, look how slippery when the snow melts. People are jogging. You know, we'll see how it gets there. But howdy, how you doing there, JMJ? And T-Lime Tea Time, Heather B. Who else is tuning in? Grandma's Corner, Prince. It's going well there, Eric. Yeah, I see. Scotland, how you doing there? I see. T-Lime Tea Time, yeah. James. No, this is Chicago. Yeah, this is. Well, welcome to Los Angeles. Yes, welcome to Los Angeles. We got squirrels and snow in Los Angeles. No palm trees. No, I'm joking. This is Chicago. Chicago. I know you're just joking around too. This is Chicago, Lincoln Park. So since I'm working from home today, it's a Friday. I'm just going to do the easy stuff. I'm going to go over to the Peggy Nodebart Nature Museum, so we won't be in the cold the whole time. The squirrels are out foraging. We saw them earlier this morning. They're hopping around here. We'll probably see more squirrels. We'll go to the butterfly garden. We did that last week, I know, but trust me, I have not gone inside the Peggy Nodebart Museum for like a year. We finally went in it like a week ago because it's wintertime. I go in it more often in the wintertime. I just renewed my membership, and then we'll check it out again. So if you missed it, we'll do it live again. I'll try to spend more time there. We were kind of rushed last time because I tried to combine it with the conservatory. We got reruns on both of those things. But hey, yeah, Golden, Zoha, yeah, you're on your way. You're really close, Zoha. Okay, I'm heading to the Peggy Nodebart Nature Museum, so I'm going to go inside the Peggy Nodebart Nature Museum. If you're trying to meet up with me, you know, I'm over by the North Pond here. And this is always chaotic. I'm just going to stream the way I stream. I never know if people are serious. I don't know if people are stalking me, trying to get me, trying to attack me, or trying to just hang out. It's the nature of this whole thing here. Yeah, Gooey, how you doing in McDougal? Wes, how you doing? One Golden Nubian. Yeah, thanks everybody. Yeah, stay warm. Florida, how you doing there? Beats tuning in. Yeah, July. Key lime. Breeze. Yeah. They're eating the cats, they're eating the dogs. Zoom Patrol, how you doing? Christopher Dotson. Yeah, check out Christopher Dotson there in New York. No, it's Chicago. It feels like Canada. Look at these squirrels. Look at that squirrel there. It's eating the nut there. What do you say, squirrels there? Hey, how you doing? Yeah. You want to be on YouTube? Yeah, the squirrels are amazing. They're so tame.
They're so sweet.
Yeah. Oh, you got some food? Yeah, you got some food.
Baby.
Oh, look at the baby. Yeah, I'll stay here. Oh, yeah, the baby squirrel. Look at that. Oh, the baby squirrel.
I'm going to give you this one. You're going to take that.
Thanks for feeding them. That's great. Yeah.
Oh, we love doing it. There you go, little one. Did you miss it? It's right there.
Oh, there it is. Oh, wow. There's the little squirrel, little baby. Yeah, look at that. That is awesome. Thanks for getting it. They're going to have to store up for the weekend. It's going to get cold. Yeah.
We're trying to shore them up.
Good. Thank you. Thank you so much. That is awesome. Yeah, I'm Brian Really Chicago here on YouTube. That's great. Yeah, very nice. So here, yeah. See, feeding the squirrels there. Yeah. May's tuning in. Yeah. Aisha. So if I miss anybody, I'm going to start concentrate on what I'm filming here. We're walking through Lincoln Park. I missed a lot of comments. I know I missed a lot of comments yesterday because I really enjoyed walking with Scott G there yesterday, but I didn't expect him until when I started my stream, and so I spent the time talking and conversing with him, which I was happy to do, but I missed a lot of comments. I know people were frustrated. People were asking me names of buildings and stuff, and I missed it because you don't realize as much experience as I have as live streaming, you miss stuff. Half the time you're confused in the comments, you interpret things wrong. We're on limited information. Stuff's flying by. I'm trying not to slip and fall. I'm talking to people, trying to film the squirrels, and other people talk to me. Here's the crime tours. You take the crime tours to show you where St. Valentine's Day Massacre happened and where John Dillinger was killed. We do the same thing on this. There's where we're going. We're going to the Nodabart Nature Museum here, Lincoln Park, Chicago. It's north of Fullerton, near the lake, and this is the North Pond. I live around here. That's why I'm always here. Yeah, since we're on YouTube, I can say the M word, marijuana. Isn't it amazing that there's a chance on Monday? Listen to this. Fact check me. Please, people look me up. You know what a hippie I am. On Monday, the current president may reclassify cannabis, marijuana. I'm glad I'm on YouTube because I wouldn't be able to talk about this as freely on TikTok. As a Schedule 3 drug. They're going to lower the classification of marijuana, the danger of it, the same as Tylenol. Marijuana will be just as the same classification as Tylenol. Isn't that amazing? Now, I'm not going to hold my breath until I actually see it. I'm sure there'll probably be stipulations like, you have to vote for Trump to get access or something like that. There'll be some catch. I'm joking. But that's an interesting development. It's been building for a long time. And if you notice, marijuana company stocks are going up today because they sense the change in legislation. And isn't it amazing? For decades, since the 1930s, there's been prohibition against marijuana in this vast nation in some form. I never would have imagined after the Trump's first term and second term, they talked about doing before. Obama talked about doing it. Biden talked about doing Trump. Finally might actually happen. And think of all the people that went to jail. They used to be really harsh in the 1970s. Some people went to jail for 2 joints, and it was used to probable cause to just arrest people for other things, And here's, here we'll go through the Elizabeth Plotnick Tallgrass Prairie. If you just joined me, we're in Chicago. Here, I'll show you this nice bridge before we go in this museum. We'll give you a nice overview of the Peggy Nodabart Nature Museum here. Yeah, I know there should be some sort of amnesty. There should be, and I think there was some, but too many Canadians in India. That's awesome. How you doing here? Thanks for tuning in. Welcome to Chicago. And yeah, so we'll see what happens. It'll still be caution. Bridge is slippery, rain or snow. Here's where we're gonna go. We're gonna try to get inside there. I got a year pass to the Peggy Notobart Nature Museum. It's $50 for a year membership, $52 or something. It was 40, I guess they raised it, inflation. There's the squirrels, the birds and the squirrels. We were here this morning, North Pond Casting Pier. Look at this fat squirrel. Look at that fat squirrel. How you doing there, squirrel? You getting ready for the cold weekend we got coming up here? You're such a fat, cuddly squirrel there. Look how cute you are. You want to be on YouTube here? We'll see if yeah, they got the birds. We got the little birds down there. Yeah, so here, look at this nice bridge. Let's see if we can get closer to the squirrel. How you doing there, squirrel? Yeah, you got the tree there. See, look, there's the squirrel nest. They live in those little holes. They live up there. There's the bridge we just walked across. Yeah, guess. Squirrels are adorable. See, there's some squirrel nests too. That's what those are. And so here we'll head across the bridge. And we got 12:14 in the PM, Chicago, Illinois. We got about 25 to 30 degrees here. See, there's a green roof. We'll see. They had that closed off. I don't know if we'll be able to get out there. We'll give it a try. But we're going to go back into the butterfly garden. Of course, I got reruns. We were there like a week ago. But I haven't been here that often before that. So we'll try. Yeah, the little arms. Yeah, look how they hold their arms, the little squirrels there. But, yeah, the sparrows. So animals are going to have to hunker down this weekend. It's going to be a high of 9 degrees on Sunday. Probably get below 0 at night. We'll see if we get some snow. Let's head through the tall grass prairie here. It's all the remnants of what's little of the snow's left from last weekend. We'll show the frozen Niagara, the frozen waterfall off the green roof here. Yeah, we'll hunker down. Yeah, Carolina's tuning in there. That's good. Dolores is tuning in. Yeah, tea time. We'll tea time. We'll check out the butterfly garden. Thanks for watching it live there. See, there's water that comes off the green roof and then it freezes. It creates this frozen waterfall. This is, again, we're just joined. We're in Chicago. See, there's off in the distance is the skyline of Chicago. We're about 3 miles north of the Loop. We're up at Fullerton. See, we started out with those buildings over there. No camping. You want to camp? You camp out there. Pickerel weed pond. I never can say this. It's frozen over. In the summertime, the pickerel weeds grow there. There's the frozen waterfall, the rock wall, the green roof. That's what that water comes off the green roof of the Peggy Notobart Nature Museum, Chicago, Illinois. United States of America, planet Earth. Thanks for tuning in. If I miss any comments, mods, feel free to let people know where we're at or what we're doing at the time or the temperature, the country. Yeah, Diane, thanks for tuning in there. Walking around, doing a walkabout. Doing a walkabout there. Saturday night, Hazlitt, Michigan. 5 below. It's supposed to be 5 below. Yeah, it's going to get cold. Saturday night and a Sunday. Yeah, Michigan, Chicago, Wisconsin, Minnesota, Canada, Upper Peninsula. It's going to get a lot colder. My friends from Canada are tuning in. You're like, this is nothing. You know, and we got people from Florida and California and Texas. They're like, oh, it's 85 degrees. They're like, shut up. Positive makes everything. Hey, we'll go down to the Buffalo. 12:17. So I'm hoping it's not going to be that crowded today. We'll see if there's any field trips or stuff. It's Friday in December the 12th. We got about 12:17 in the PM. But, you know, mainly since I live close to this, that's why I pay for a membership. Because in the wintertime, just like the Lincoln Park Conservatory, which is free, it's a way to get into a greenhouse, warmer space and hang out with the butterflies and the plants and the waterfall. Hey, somebody rode their bike over here. That's a nice Dutch bike. That's a wheelbarrow bike. Look how long. That's a nice bike. Look at that. It's got a windshield. Look at that. Urban Aero, smart urban mobility. But here it is, the Peggy Notobart Nature Museum, Chicago, Illinois. Note Barrett, am I saying it right? Inspiring Nature's Champions, the butterfly garden. They got some reptiles and frogs and snakes in here too. There's some of the, remember we saw these butterflies all over the city. That one's decorated like the city of Chicago there, like you see the Sears Tower. But here, let me get my, let me take my gloves off, and we'll get my QR code to get in this museum here. So Monday through Sunday, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. The Peggy Notabart Nature Museum, Chicago, Illinois. Yeah, let's check it out here. Hey, they got the butterflies there. Look at that. Look at this nice. Right when you walk in, you got this nice lobby space. We got the gift shop. How's it going here? I got the code here. How you doing, sir? Good to see you. Not too bad. I got a membership here. I'm trying to find the code here. Here we go. Let's see if it scans there.
Yes.
Can I scan it right here?
Right there.
Let's see if it works.
Yeah. All right, Chief, you're all set. Do you have any questions? All right.
No, yeah. I'm just gonna go up to the butterfly garden. Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. So here's the Here's the gift shop. We'll show the gift shop here. You can get what do we got here? Hey, they got some snacks and stuff. They got some games. You can get the hey, you can get the butterfly glasses. You get the look, they got a little owl. The bees of Illinois. The turtles of Illinois. This is the Peggy Notabart Nature Museum. You can get some T-shirts. I see people get these snakes. You get these nice snakes. Look at that. That's a nice. You can get a spider 3D puzzle. You can make a robo spider. There's the owl. So they got some books. Ants. They got the field guides and stuff that you can buy here. This is the Peggy Notabart Nature Museum, Chicago, Illinois. And we'll head out of here. They got some snacks and stuff here. So yeah, this is the Peggy Notabart Nature Museum, Chicago, Illinois. Does that make sense? And if you miss it, you will see it there in the comments there. The Chicago Academies of Sciences. See, look at that nice second floor. We'll go up to the butterfly garden. See, that's we just walked. We just walked across that bridge, and see we're gonna go up there. Go up to the second floor, and say we'll come back down around here. We'll go through the animal exhibits. No, this is not the Museum of Contemporary Art. That is downtown. That is the modern. That's where they got the Yoko Ono exhibit. I guess, yeah. I can see how you can think it's kind of a more modern building there. We have live streamed from the MCA. It's been a while back on YouTube. I think it was in landscape. We might go back there. But hey, the Peggy Notabart Nature Museum, Chicago. Illinois. We're going to go in the butterfly garden. So here's the animal encounter with the naturalist. Saturday, December the 27th. So that's coming up later this month. Look at, they got the taxidermy, they got the animals. How you doing? And look at that. Wow, they got the wolf, they got the eagle. We'll go into the Judy Eyestock Butterfly Haven. They got stuff for the kids here. And the City in the Garden there, City in the Garden, Urban Gateway, Chicago Academy of Sciences. The Field Museum would do this. They would do all the taxidermy with the owls. Look at that. Look at the size of this owl. All the birds there. So here we'll go into the Peggy Notabart Nature Museum, the butterfly garden here. So you wait till it's green. We see how it's red, and then it turns green, and then you're allowed to go in the door here. So you don't let any butterflies. How you doing here? Hey, the Peggy Notabart Nature Museum Butterfly Garden. Here we go. So hey, it's like we got the whole thing to ourselves here. So hey, let's check out the butterflies. There they go. You see, we were here. Let me take off my hat and I'll give you an overview of this space here. Yeah, I'm sure they got party rooms. If you're a member of the Peggy Notabart Nature Museum, a lot of people, they have a lot of like rooms on the side. I'll show you the rooms after we get out of here, where you can rent for weddings, events, bar mitzvahs. People do it for anything. You know, they have a lot of corporate office parties. This is not only a museum, people use it for events. And that's even a possibility. It's all for a fee. You can rent it out. You got to schedule it and, you know, get it approved. But here's the butterfly garden within the Peggy Note of Art Nature Museum, Chicago, Illinois. We got 1223. Feels pretty warm in here. See, look, they got all the food out here. Look at all the food that the butterflies got to eat here. It's making me hungry looking at their food. There, see if it eats the apple here. There's a nice butterfly floating around here. So butterfly brunch, adult butterflies eat only liquid diets. They suck the nectar out of these flowers. And there. Do not touch butterflies or birds. Are there birds in here? Here's some of the green banded swallowtails. So let's see if we can see any of these in here. Yeah, it's beautiful. There it's coming. There it is. Look at that. Wow, look at that beautiful wings. How you doing there, butterfly? See how it's very nice. You can get really up close and hang out with the butterflies there. How you doing there? Yeah. There used to be a little turtle that lived in this waterfall, but I think the turtle's gone. Swallowtail? Oh, thank you. Pussycat swallowtail. Thanks for the good information. Here's, I'm taking your word for it. Here's, look at that butterfly. Eating, it's not even getting the nectar, it's just on the leaf there. It's just kind of walking around there giving us a show. See, I feel like I'm the Wild Kingdom here. We're doing close-up butterfly insect footage here. Birds and butterflies. Many birds eat butterflies, but the ones in the butterfly haven do not. So here we'll see if we see any birds here. This is the Judy Isdock. I don't know, I'm not saying that right. Isdock butterfly haven here. Lincoln Park, Chicago's the neighborhood. This is the Peggy Note of Art Nature Museum. It's Cannon Drive and Fullerton. There's a butterfly. Look, that butterfly's landed in the food. There's no way that butterfly could eat all that food. It's sucking out the fruit there. We got some little ants. Ants are enjoying it. Smorgasbord for the ants there. We got some water. Hey, look at this butterfly. How you doing there, butterfly? You gonna land for us? Floating around. Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Yeah, have a great evening there. Thanks for tuning in there. Yeah, if you missed this, you can watch the reruns. We already got a rerun from a week ago. You can watch the full live reruns, unedited, you know, in the live tab. I think most people know that. I don't see any birds, though. I wonder where the birds are at. There's birds in here. Let's see if we can find some more butterflies here. Here's a nice one. Oh, look at that. Wow, look at that beautiful wings. Hey, the Peggy Note of Art Nature Museum, Chicago, Illinois. 3 months ago. Hey, that's good. Well, thanks for checking it out. Yeah, we got two of them right here. Checking out the flower. I don't know which species that is. See, this one's the common Morpho, Central America. So that's some of the butterflies. Yeah, these are the blue iridescent ones. I haven't seen many of those. Sometimes you see a bunch of them, and sometimes you don't see any of them. You know, they come there. We'll show you though all the cocoons and the larvae. They got the whole life cycle here when you actually. Here, look at this one. Just hanging out with the butterflies. See, the simple things in life. Sometimes the best things in life are free. Just hanging out with nature, going to the zoo. I mean, I know this costs money, but you know, we want to support the museum here. You know, here's the temperature. We're 84 degrees. It's a balmy 84 inside here. It's pretty warm with my coat. Wow, look at this one. Look at the spots. Some of the butterflies, they look like owl's eyes. Have you ever seen the butterflies where their spots look like owl's eyes? And it's, so the birds think it's an owl. And don't eat them. Yeah, the different patterns are great. And you see how they got the mirror here. You're supposed to check your back if you make sure you don't got any butterflies on your back, and that's what that is. That's nice. Hey, the giant owl. That's the one that has the eye spots. It looks like a giant owl. Let's see if we can find that one. Mexico and South America here. There, there's people coming out here. Yeah, so hey, thanks for checking out the, let's see if we can get up on that catwalk. We'll head out here. I'll make sure there's no butterflies on me here. I think we're fine. Yeah, good. Good, thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you. Thanks for being here. So here, there's the, we got reruns on that. We'll keep moving here because they got the Dr. Doug chrysalis lab here. There's some butterflies even in there. See, that one just hatched. That's brand new. See how they came, these butterflies just came out of their cocoons there. Brand new butterflies. Look at these ones. See, that one just emerged there. They were grubs. They were grubs, and then they turned into these are all become butterflies. These are real living butterflies. They're going through their metamorphosis. And see, that was a grub or a woolly worm, and turned into a butterfly. Here you can see metamorphosis. You start a butterfly egg, then it becomes a larva, a nymph, and then it becomes a caterpillar. Isn't that amazing that it completely, and then it turns into a cocoon, a pupa, transition to adult, then it comes out as a butterfly, and then I guess it procreates and creates a new, this shows you the whole thing here. You can watch a video on it, but we're not going to stick around for it here. But here, the Peggy Notabart Nature Museum. 500 south, that's good. 8 degrees, wow, it's going to get cold. Yeah, it's going to get cold here, it's going to get cold where you're at. This is a moth. So these are all moths. They got this thing, you can check them out here. Here's all the moths.
They also live up to 6 months compared to 9.
Peggy Notabart Nature Museum, Chicago, Illinois. Thanks for tuning in here. We're just checking out the displays as you come out of the butterfly garden. Here's families of butterflies. Look at the beautiful iridescent there, all the different patterns. Look at this one. Look at that. It's like it's glowing. So what else we got here? Seeing the invisible, picky eaters. Location, location, location. Staying alive, surviving the cold. Monarch migration. Let's hit the button here and see what it does.
Get out of town. That's the monarch's simple answer to the harsh Midwestern winter.
So they go down to Mexico and they come up through Chicago. That's the monarch butterflies. So hey, thanks for checking out the butterfly garden here. We got 1231. And we'll, trust me, we'll be back. We'll come back there. We'll be back probably several times. And you can watch the reruns from other times here. Look at juvenile owl species. These are taxidermy. I know people feel bad for these animals. In the old days, they thought they had to kill and stuff the animal to study it because it was before high resolution photography, and now we think about it differently. You don't have to kill the animal to study it, but in the old days, that's what they did. So here's the Nature's Resilience. That's for the kids. So I'll stay out of there. There's all kinds of exhibits for the kids. We'll just show you the taxidermy here. Hopefully this doesn't offend anybody that we're showing these animals, but it's a good way to observe them. And see, you got snake skin. You got the snake skin here. These are behind glass, so don't worry. And just like the Field Museum, the Museum of Natural History, you got all this birds and stuff here. Amsterdam, thanks for tuning in there. Yeah. It morphed. It morphed. Yeah, they talk about the emerald ash borer. We lost a lot of trees to the emerald ash borer. And just like Dutch elm's disease, beetle busters, the angel longhorn beetle, it destroys the tree. We've lost so many trees like this. But see, the Peggy Notabart Nature Museum, they got all these little exhibits. The Midland National Tallgrass Prairie, that's what this represents. They got and I posted the videos in Bridgeport. Somebody's been showing the coyotes in the city, Palmasano Park. There's their call there, and they were walking right down the sidewalk. These are not real. These are, look at that one. Caught a rabbit. Oh. See, I went across. There's a seeing eye there. So don't touch. They thought I was trying to get a close up. And I triggered the laser warning there. There's got a rabbit in its mouth there. Again, this is taxidermy. This is a display. Hey, here's a bison. There's a buffalo. Listen to it. It's not a real bison, but. Colorful dust sticks to your head. Very delicate, yeah. Pesticides, yeah. Thanks, T-Lime. Thanks, everybody, for the good info here. Yeah, thanks, Danny and T-Lime Tea Time. Thanks, everybody. So here, there, look at that. Sandhill crane. Wow, very nice. The Unprairie State. There, look at this squirrel. We got American mink. You want like a mink coat? That's what the animal. I remember when I grew up in Indiana, one of my friends, his uncle ran a mink farm. They actually have mink farms, but they raised the mink for the fur. There's the owls here, the birds. Wow, look at that falcon. There's peregrine falcons downtown Chicago. We see them getting the pigeons here. But here, we'll go through the savannah here. We'll go through the nature exhibits. Hey, we got some deer. One day I'll probably see a deer in Lincoln Park. That'll be the day. We'll see a deer will be walking around Lincoln Park. But this is in the Peggy Notabart Nature Museum, Chicago, Illinois. These are the diorama exhibits here. And hey, look at this. You smell it? Oops, that's the skunk. That's the skunk here. Yeah, you ever come across a skunk? Yeah. There's the skunk here, the Peggy Notabart Nature Museum. They got these nice, realistic exhibits. There's a fox. What does the fox say? Yeah. Okay. Good. So here, we'll get out of here. We'll go over to the ducks. They got birds. Birds of Chicago. Birds of Chicago. Let's check it out here. So here, look at that. Wild turkey. This is a wild turkey. It's not the drink. It's the real wild turkey. Ruffled grouse. Look at all these birds. There's a woodpecker. There's Woody Woodpecker right there. There's Woody Woodpecker. Yeah, look at all the birds here. Very nice. Yeah, they're checking them out. How you doing? How you doing? So here, look at this bobcat here. They got a white rabbit. Got a white rabbit with the bobcat. If you like taxidermy, you'll appreciate this. There's a bunch of kids here, so we'll get out of here. The weaving resilience. Yeah, the sustainability center. They got a nice, they got all the weather of the world. We showed this before. So this is nice. This is within the Peggy Notabart Nature Museum. They got a 3D world where it's the weather patterns. And so we'll head around. There's South America, North America. As the world turns, there it is. Let me get back just a little bit so we get the whole thing in there. There we go. So here we'll film this giant Earth. Peggy Notabart Nature Museum showing the example of a weather pattern heading around the globe here. Look at the Congo, Central Africa, the rainforest, Madagascar, Middle East, India. We're heading around to Australia here, Southeast Asia, Pacific Islands, well, Indian Ocean, Pacific Ocean. Polynesia. We'll go around Hawaii. We'll go back all the way to North and South America here. Look at that. So here, limited water supply. We got understanding food, economically and culture. Yeah, look at that. Your energy. So here we'll just keep going here. See, they got this historical stuff. This used to be the Chicago Academy of Sciences. That's how this started before they built this museum about 1990 around. Look, there's a scorpion. There's little beetles, insects, dragonflies, little birds. But they showed the old Academy of Sciences. Look, they had the old viewer, the old cameras, the microscope. There we got the hey, there's the flamingo. Specimen preparation. See, it shows how they would do the taxidermy. Oh, wow, here's a beaver. North American, no, it's a porcupine. This is a North American porcupine. North American porcupine. Look at this. Squirrels. Little mouse. And here's the fox. I think that's a fox. There's a weasel. These are weasels. That's what weasels look like. Look at that. So here we got fish. That's a prehistoric fish in the fossils. So it's also fossils, starfish. Look at that. It's the octopus. Shells. Little lizards. They got snakes in jars. When I was in Japan, they had the habu snake. It was a liquor where you know how like tequila has the worm. In Japan, they got a drink called they put the habu snake in the alcoholic drink like sake, and you drink the bottle with the snake in it. So they got a bunch of stuff for kids here. I don't want to film the kids here, so we'll just walk down the stairs really quickly, and then we'll head to the other side of the museum. This is the view you get out of here from the second floor. This is the Peggy Notabart Nature Museum. That's the Diversity Harbor. That's Lakeshore Drive, and Lake Michigan's over that way. So here they got a nice mural of the city of Chicago, and then we'll head down these stairs and we'll go. There's you know, if I lose my connection, sometimes I lose my connection when we go down. There's like reptiles, frogs, and snakes and things. Please stay on. I'll try to move through there. And this represents a beaver lodge here. It's got stuff for kids to play on, and there's some artwork and stuff here. This is the Peggy Notabart Nature Museum. Chicago, Illinois. Here, Nature's Play Space. And oops, here we go. How you doing? Go ahead through here.
He's over here.
Look, they got stuff to play. Yeah, they got stuff to play. See, they got artwork here. They got some wood cutouts here. The Tanzanian folklore. What is this? Let's see. This is fatal fungi, friendly fungi. This is the artwork here in the Peggy Notabart Nature. They always have, art displays that are seasonal, that change. The Illinois Arts Council here, and here Gabriella Boros. This is what I'm looking for. Jerusalem, Israel, immigrated with her family U.S. at a young age. University of Michigan School of Art, exhibiting her work nationally and internationally since 1986. She focused on woodblock printmaking since 2012. And so that's what it is. Looking at here. And some of them have color here. So not only is this a nature museum, this is also an art museum. You know, we saw the murals underneath the highway, but here's Gabriella. So my 3 minutes. Okay, thanks for tuning in here. The Peggy Notabart lunch here for field trips, and that's a big giant fish. People fish for these. There's sturgeons and stuff that people fish for in Wisconsin. They do it with spears. But let's see if we can get over to. I'll go straight over to here to see if I can maintain my connection. There's a turtle. So here, here's the turtle. in the Peggy Notebart Nature Museum. How you doing there, Turtle? Turtle. Just hanging out there. Look at that nice food they got there. There's a frog. There's the frog hanging out there. What else we got here? Oh, look at this turtle. That's a nice big turtle there. Look at how you doing there, turtle? That's a Fiona. I think the turtle's name's Fiona. How you doing there, Fiona? What else we got here? Oh, look at these. Madagascar hissing cockroaches. You hear them hissing at you? Hiss. Hissing cockroaches. And they got some good food too. Here's a turtle. This is a false map turtle. Huh. There's a snake. This is called a Chicago garter snake. There's a Chicago garter snake. You might find that in your mowing your grass. See, they got some. They got a fish tank here. Look at all the fish. See, we're underwater. Brian Really Chicago takes you underwater, filming the fish here at the Peggy Notebart Nature Museum. Good morning. How you doing, fish? Alligator snapping turtle. Oh, is there an alligator in there? Let's see. Oh, look at this. Look at this snapping turtle. Am I streaming okay? Look at this giant snapping turtle. Look at that mouth. Let's look at it here. There it is. That's a snapping turtle. They get that big. We've seen them in the wild. There's a snapping turtle. Gronk is over there by the Wild Mile. So this is called Patsy. Patsy's an alligator snapping turtle, endangered. There's Patsy. How you doing there, Patsy? Sleeping with her mouth open. There she is. How you doing there, Patsy? Isn't it great? See, that's why I don't have pets. I could just come over to this place and check out all these reptiles, the turtle. Hey, you want to be on YouTube? What do you say? Hey, look at this frog. This is called an American bullfrog. Swamp. Hey, look at that turtle. See, they got a nice little rock house there. You go in that turtle. What else we got here? They had something that looked like a newt. Where's that at? Let's see if I can find that thing. So these are water bugs. Those are water bugs. What else we got here? There, we'll keep going here. So you can feel the snake skin. Yeah, that's nice. And so I usually lose my connection here, so I'm going to keep going. So if you just joined, we're in Chicago. We're at the Peggy Notebart Nature Museum. We'll head to the upper level here. We got 1246, so we'll go out to see if we can get to the outside, the upper level here. And yeah, they got the butterflies in the big lobby here. This is where we scanned our ticket. See, there's that bridge we walked across. So I'm going to go up to the upper level here. And, oh, we got to go up this way. We got to go up this stairs. I'm going the wrong way here. So Peggy Notebart Nature Museum here, Chicago, Illinois. We'll head up the stairs. Oops. And we'll go up to the third level. How you doing? See, here's the gift shop. We already checked out the gift shop. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Good. Thank you. I'll wait. We'll wait till these kids come down here. We'll film the gift shop here. I'm trying to get to the third level here. We'll head outside. And there we go. Good. So we'll head up here. So they got an animal encounter with the naturalists on Saturday. See, we get nice. You see, we were in the butterfly garden. There it is. And we'll head up to the other. See, you can rent this out. That's part of the space you can rent out. I'll show you some of the other stuff. And we'll head up to the top. How you doing? So, Lawndale pop-up spot. Relief print. Huh. What's this? Relief print pop-up spot. I chose to use linoleum block printmaking. Oh, so this is a pop-up shop. This is some of the prints they make here. Relief Print exhibit showcases the results of a month-long community project in North Lawndale. Collaboration between Lawndale Pop-Up Spot and Peggy Notabart Nature Museum. Look at that. So hey, look at these nice prints. Milkweed. Look at that. So you see, yeah, somebody earlier asked, there's space where you can rent out for weddings and stuff. See, look at that. Look at this giant space. And it supplements the revenue for the museum, where they get revenue for the city to keep this museum going by renting out the space, especially for weddings. And that's why they can say, like a private event, you know. Yeah, what happened to Grandma? Your heart's racing? What's the matter? Did we do something here? Did we do something wrong? Yeah. What's the matter? Is there something going on? Oh, is it because of the, sorry if I scared with the animals there, sorry. Thanks for, here, we'll go back outside. We're gonna go outside here, so thanks everybody for tuning in here. It's probably because I got too close up to those frogs and snakes and stuff there, so sorry about that. Good. I'm glad you're okay there. Thanks, Grandma. Thanks for letting us know. So, yeah, I should have did a trigger warning there. I know we did the close-up of the animals. I might have got too close there. So I think I tried to open this before. Yeah, it's locked. I don't know if they have this open or want people out here, but so it's open. Yeah, so they don't have it open now. They only open it in the, they used to have it open. They used to have it open in the wintertime, but I guess they don't do it anymore. And I walked out there last time, but I don't think they wanted me to do that, and so I'll go out the regular way here. So thanks for tuning in here. We'll go back outside and we'll get out of the museum here. We'll just go back to filming the snow and stuff. But hey, thanks for sticking on there. Hey, look at this polar bear. The fragile polar bear. Look how you can overlook the whole space here. And yeah, this guy, 150 years of the Academy of Sciences here. His name is Robert Kennicott. Robert Kennicott, he was an original naturalist, and he was at the founding of this museum, the Chicago Academy of Sciences, back in the 1800s. So here we'll head out of the Peggy Notabart Nature Museum. Thanks for checking out the butterfly garden and the reptiles and the snakes, and I'll make sure I'll warn you next time. Grandma's corner there. I didn't mean to say. I apologize. I didn't mean to freak anybody out there, but it's like the Mutual of Omaha here. So here, let me put on my hat. We'll head back out. I'm actually got pretty hot here, warm, walking around this museum here. So we'll go back outside. So hey, thanks for checking out Peggy Notabart Nature Museum. We'll keep on going here. Yeah, it's a cool place. Christy, Tea Lime Tea Time. Michael, how you doing there? Yeah, that's okay, Grandma. I understand. I've got phobias, and I got things that anxieties as well, so I can relate. So I'll make sure I warn you next time we go back there. We'll give you time to watch something else. Here's yeah, they're filming. So hey, thanks for checking out the Peggy Notabart Nature Museum. I hope that was good. I like this bike. I really like this bike. And hey, we got 12:53. So we'll just there's the Diversey Harbor. We'll just go back to the snow here. Hey, you saw me without a hat. You see my receding hairline? Yeah, I'm like an aging hippie that's going bald. It's great. That's why I wear the hat so much. But you know, like all middle-aged men, we're like in denial about our own, you know, slow decline. And I look in the mirror, I still see a 29-year-old fit guy, and I got a middle-aged body with a receding hairline, but it's okay. And yeah, see, I put the hat back on now. Now that we're outside, look at this, the tree in the upside down position. And yeah, one golden Nubian. I'll reach out to Anita. I went right to work, and we'll get you with Anita, and we'll talk about that. We might need more mod help going forward here, and appreciate everybody else, all my mods and everybody else, regulars here on the Lunch Bunch. If I missed your comment here, we're at the Peggy Notebar Nature Museum, Chicago, Illinois. It gets kind of chaotic there. I get anxiety. I notice that and I would be the same way if I was a parent or guardian with a field trip and they saw somebody like me filming in there. They're like, you know, they're corralling the kids and making sure, you know, and I'm trying not to film the kids, but there's kids everywhere. But I want to highlight that museum, and, you know, museums are public places too. We're in the public gaze there. It's not like, you know, we got 126 people tuning in. That's why I tell people, I'm like, if I'm doing anything creepy, there's other people watching, and they'll believe me. They'll tell me when I go to the beach. People are like, don't zoom in. They're like really worried, you know, because if they were in that situation, they wouldn't want somebody like me zooming into people in bathing gear. I understand, but it is a public beach. That's the fine line, you know. And here, Seasons of the Prairie. So hey, oh, I can get healthy, yeah. Oh, I know. Well, we're trying to walk 10 miles a day. That helps. I walk 10 miles. Got to eat proper diet. Can't eat too much ice cream. Yeah, Jiho World, how you doing there, Christy? Yeah, tea lime tea time. Gray's the new Bond. Yeah. Yeah, right, Scott. Yeah. It's turning gray. Yeah, Christy, it happens. Receding hairline. Thanks a lot. Thanks, Tea Lime Tea Time. Appreciate it. Yeah, I'll look like Crosby from Crosby, Stills and Nash. There's the casting pier. There's the casting pier. The North Pond. That's where we were at. The Peggy Notebar. See how hard it is to walk on the icy snow. Hey, we got 12:56. It's about upper 20s. We might be up to 30 degrees. This is the warmest it's going to be for a few days. The temperature's supposed to plunge over the weekend. Thanks for subscribing there. Thanks, Lotus25. Appreciate it. Yeah, nice weather. Not too bad. And hey, the dogs like it here. Yeah. Walking the dogs. Happy Friday. Yeah, I'm going to head back to work. So we'll take a walk tonight after 5 o'clock. I'll just walk through Lincoln Park. We'll go down. We'll go through some streets we didn't go down, try to see some more Christmas decorations. I might go further west. I saw Jennifer Should Eat was over past DePaul. She was over west towards the river there, and we'll see if we can discover some more Christmas decorations. We'll cut out the best ones. And I know Alexander Chicago went out to Naperville, so he went out to Naperville and filmed some of the beautiful Christmas lights in Naperville. I'm glad he did that because I don't get out there, so he's covering some of the suburbs. There's beautiful Christmas decorations all over the city, not just where I'm at. I'm just filming the stuff that's close to me. It's easy for me to do it. And thanks for understanding here. Here's the do some ab exercises there. One golden Nubian. How's it going? Yeah, we're all virtually connected here. You know, it's these what do they call it? It's a parasocial relationship. We all feel like we know each other because we spend so much time together, which is great, and I appreciate it. And that's why, like, for example, when I met Scott G yesterday, that was the first time we met. And that's happened with other people I ran into the street. Like even when Chris and I first met, we felt like we knew each other our whole life. And it's because that was the first time we met in person, but we spend time with each other online. And you guys probably know much more about me than I know about you, and it's hard for me to keep track. I've never been in a position where I'm very thankful where hundreds of people tune into my live stream daily, and we got thousands of people that follow us on multiple platforms. So, you know, people, every once in a while I get recognized in the street, which is nice. You know, it's friends and neighbors. I feel like I'm more connected to the community, and I hope you feel the same as well. We all share this city, country, and planet here, you know, and world. People tune in from all over the world. And hey, thanks for checking out the content. Thanks for being a part of this vast experiment here. We'll see where it all goes. Yeah, it's a bit chilly. Yeah, Chicago. So if you just stuck in the phone, yeah, I'm the ghost in the machine. I'm always the voice talking there. You know, I think people do recognize my voice for some reason. I think I have like a Tom Hanks voice or something. That's what it is. Very folksy. I say yeah, and I say here, looky here, and everybody's like, stop that! You sound like Jethro. I sound like the Beverly Hillbillies. I know, but it's all part of my shtick. Here's yeah, that's where we started here. So hey, 12:59. Thanks everybody here. We'll just take you down this little path, this nice little snowy path. So if I do go live this weekend, we're going to get crazy cold. We're going to get blizzard-like conditions. It might get 2 to 4 inches. I got to check the forecast. It might have changed. I know it's going to get cold in Michigan. It's going to get cold all throughout. People in Kentucky already got snow. We're going to get snow. And if I come live this weekend, we'll do it on TikTok. Because it'll run by itself. We'll do the super chat only. And it worked this morning. But tonight we'll be on YouTube. 5 to 6:30 we'll be on YouTube checking out the Christmas decorations and the beautiful mansions in Lincoln Park. And they got the money to put out the nice decorations. That's why Alexander went to Naperville. It's a wealthy suburb. They got some nice I wonder if he went to the Riverwalk. I need to check out, see if he went to the Naperville Riverwalk. I have never live streamed there because I never go to Naperville. I never go to Schaumburg. I just don't get out that way. I'm a fool for the city here. But hey, this is Lincoln Park, Chicago. There's the Mies van der Rohe building. This is Lakeview and Fullerton. We're about 3 miles north of the downtown. So I'm gonna head back to work. Hope you enjoy the rest of your Friday. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Thanks ALL, Tea Lime Tea Time, Margie, Grandma's Corner. Sorry, hope you're feeling better now. You lost your internet connection? Okay, good. Glad you got it back. And yeah, it's gorgeous there. Siberian, Josie, yeah. Renee, yeah. Yeah, thanks Lotus for the sub there. Tea Lime Tea Time. I'll start dyeing my beard. You know, my beard will be really dark. But hey, have a great day everybody. Yeah, we'll see y'all. Thanks to the Mazzer. Thanks Alvin, Margie, and Anna. Yeah, sorry, accidents happen. If you get timed out, at least you're back today. We apologize. Accidents happen. I have no idea if it was they were trying to get somebody else and accidentally got you. Thanks for understanding. I wish I could run this, and I wish my bots were the same way. They wish that we could watch without having to bounce people. But, you know, I had somebody that said something really offensive to me this morning, and I just let it go. And my mods did fine. It was right at the end. And I remembered the person's name, so if they come back, and it wasn't you, it was somebody else. And, you know, it's the nature of internet. People get off on trying to get reactions out of me. I'm easy to get a reaction out of. So thanks for understanding. Thanks for coming back. Thanks for watching the second day. I appreciate it. And mods, make a note of it, and we'll reach out to you. And we'll, but sometimes people do get blocked for the right reasons. What they think they might have. I'm not saying you did it. Other people might write something where they think it's funny, and other people don't. And that's you know, that's the world we live in. So have a great day. We'll see you later. We'll see you after 5 o'clock tonight. And if I had an easy solution to this, believe me, I would try it, but I don't know what the answer is. So we'll keep doing what we're doing here. Have a good rest of your day. Lincoln Park, Chicago. We'll see you after 5 tonight. Thanks a lot. You can watch the rerun on YouTube. We went to the Peggy Note of Art Nature Museum. We'll talk to you later. Thanks a lot, everybody. See you later there. Yeah, Scott, Wes. Thanks, everybody. Tea Lime Tea Time, Grandma, Margie, Svonsky. Okay.